What's up, fellow classers? It's Apollyon here, and I thought I'd do like a little farming thing. I mean, I'm having, well, not problems, but since the patch or the update of the Town Hall 11, farming pretty much sucks now. There's hardly any dead bases. I am in Masters 2. Sometimes I go to Masters 3. Sometimes I go to Masters 1. Still don't have the defenses for champs yet. I just get crushed every single time, simply in there. So, I'm going to go ahead and push for my queen to get up pretty high. I need my queen and king. I'm going to try to get them up to 15-15 pretty quickly. Do 5. I'm going to stop the queen when she's level 10, then get the king up to level 15. Or maybe I'll just take the queen all the way up to level 15 and then get the king to level 15 and stagger it between 5 increments. So get the queen to level 10, then I'll decide which one I want to go with. If I go for the queen, I'll get her all the way up to level 15, then take the king from level 10 to level 15, or vice versa. So I've seen videos from a couple of the YouTubers like Powerbang and stuff with the SuperQueen or the Dark Elixir Queen, and it works. It's very elixir intensive type of raid, depending on what you're going to go against and stuff like that. But I just wanted to show you a couple examples from mine, because I am using a level 6 queen. So I definitely would not recommend anything lower than 5, because 5, you need the ability, or otherwise you're going to get really frustrated. You can bring 6 healers if you'd like to, 5 to 6. I just like to have 8 because I don't like to I like to have them cooking while I'm doing the raid, so it makes the downtime a little bit more feasible. I like to bring 3 rages and 1 jump. So I usually have a rage cooking, and sometimes I'll have a jump depending on what it is. But this one I'm going to use a lot of rages, just because I was getting ready to do a war raid and I needed to get rid of them anyway. There are better ways to do it, but I'm taking a pretty much, I would say, a semi-max Town Hall 9 here, besides the walls, and even some of the walls are Lego. So it's not a simple Town Hall 9. Some of the things I look for when I'm raiding is, first of all, the royals to be down, at least one of the 2. Normally I like to have the queen down, but just depending on how it is. I mean, so this one is a great candidate because it has no royals up there. I guess they're both put to sleep, or maybe they're just knocked out. I don't know, whatever. Doesn't make a difference. I'm looking for at least a bare minimum of 2,000 Dark Elixir. This one has 2,500, so that's good. Just keep in mind that the new Town Hall update means that some of the Dark Elixir is in the Town Hall. I think 20% of it is. So, and the thing that's I didn't realize until just recently is that you have to actually take out the Town Hall to get that elixir. You can't, even if you get it down to 1 sliver of health, you get 0 elixir, gold, and Dark Elixir from that Town Hall unless you destroy it completely. So just a little FYI. So the whole point, I mean, you can watch a couple of the other YouTubers, Powerbang, they go into great detail of how to do it and whatever, but that's the kind of basis I'm looking for, where I can redirect the queen and get her, kind of right into that Dark Elixir, and if the Town Hall's close to it or on the way, that's even better. I don't want to have too many defenses, point defenses, that is, hitting the queen at the same time. With a level 15 plus or level 20 plus queen, it's much simpler. She's a lot beefier and can handle it. But I'm going to bring around 80 plus archers, some minions. Sometimes I go heavier on minions, sometimes I go heavier on archers. Doesn't matter either way. 8 wall breakers, 8 healers. I'll bring some beefy tanks for clan castle. I could bring hogs, giants. I could also bring in wizards or whatever, just depending on what I'm going to do. But I really want to push the queen on the outside here. So I'm going to start going in, and you'll see right now I have 2 point defenses on me, the Archer Tower and the Expo. So I'm going to have to rage up pretty quickly, and you want to get that rage on the queen and the healers. There's nothing that's going to take her out with the raged healers on her. But you want to, your 2 point defenses is the maximum that you can handle, especially with a max defense like they are. And these are Expo level 3s, and I forget what level, but they're max cannons. So same with the Archer Tower. So Again, I'm just doing things a little bit differently than I normally do, just because I needed to get rid of all my units for the clan war. I didn't care if the hogs would die. I just wanted to get rid of some of that point defense and, you know, again, push that queen towards the middle. I do have another rage, two more rages, and a jump, which I want to get rid of. So I'm sending in the archers on the top to make sure she gets pushed down towards that air defense that's going on. I do lose one or two healers, so I'll go ahead and back them up with another one. I have 2 point defenses on me again. I have the Expo and the Archer Tower, so I'll send in those archers to go ahead and take out that Archer Tower, and I'll rage them up just so she gets in. Drop a jump in here to make her walk into that, just so she doesn't walk away. She probably wouldn't. She might go on the outside to take that gold mine. So I'll take that those archers to go. Just make sure she takes that jump. You can never be too sure. So she'll get that dark elixir storage. I use the poison and another rage just because those balloons will eat her to pieces. One drop, she'll be dead no matter what. So you want her to be able to take them out before they all get to her. And the poison will slow them and take their health down, and the rages will make sure she gets them down, and the healers will heal her up. So again, I want to take out that dark elixir storage and just send some minions in again. I didn't need to do that. I just needed to get rid of them. So you know, that's fine. She'll walk towards the altar and then the town hall. And at this point, once she gets done with the town hall, that's all I'm really looking for. So you know, I don't really care about anything else. I just want her to take this down, and then I'll go ahead and quit. Teslas are maxed. Everything is maxed on this base, so it's a good idea. It's a good example. Also, on top of this, notice my healers. My healers are only level 3, so I have not gotten them up to level 4. So yes, you can do it with you know, a lesser queen. Yes, you can do it with level 3 healers. So those are the things that I just wanted to focus on of how you could do this. And I will get these healers up pretty quickly. I do need them. I definitely want to do that. This was a little bit more sloppy. You know, I only did get you know, 2,500 with no gold, no elixir really. I do get the bonus, which is good. Keep in mind that this is, like I said before, very elixir intensive. So you're going to spend a lot of elixir. You're probably not even going to break even after, you know, if you're in Masters or something like that. You might break even with your bonus, depending on how much you want to get destroyed. Try to get at least 70% done if you can, you know, for the extra loot. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and post a couple more and just walk through it, maybe a little bit better where I actually focus on it. Don't use as many spells. I try to only use 1 rage or maybe 2 rages, and it just so I don't spend so much elixir. This is just, again, to get that elixir real quick. I can make probably, I'd say, about 10k, maybe 15k per hour without any boosts. With the boost, maybe 20, 25k, just depending on what it is. So I'll go ahead and post a couple more just so you can take a look at it. All right, for this one, again, I'm still kind of learning it. It's going to be sloppy, but the basic technique is there. This is not a max Town Hall 9 for defenses or walls. They still have level 2 expos. They still have higher level defenses, so it's not. It's like a max Town Hall 8 with a couple Town Hall 9 cannon upgrades. All the cannons, I think, are level 9. This particular one, which I didn't mention before, the expos are actually pointed upwards, which will target your healers. So just be aware of that. A lot of bases that I'm running into point their things down because normally they go wiped or something like that. And they want their expos to get the most amount of you know, the longest range they can, and they very rarely get air attacked at Town Hall 9, is what I'm assuming. I mean, I very rarely get air attacked at Town Hall 9. So I usually get go wiped or something like that. So that's, you know, just take a look at that and keep that in mind. I do get sloppy towards the end, but again, I want to get that dark elixir storage. The Town Hall would be nice. I noticed that there's 3 Teslas under construction for that quad Tesla is. So again, that's going to be a good thing. I'll start the funneling for the queen. I want her to walk on the clockwise from the 9 o'clock all the way up towards the enemy queen, and then make her way down into that dark elixir. So you know, the funneling has started here as far as, you know, the outer buildings, and she'll go ahead and take care of the storage and then start walking up. which is exactly what I want to do. So I've dropped the healers in there. There's not too many point defenses as of yet. Those expos do not have the range here. Now they finally get, and I have 2 point defenses on me, which is not too bad. You just don't want those 3. 2 is doable. 3 is too much. So she'll keep walking. She gets 3 on her right now, and you see how quickly the health goes down. I need to drop a rage. I like to drop rages instead of using ability, because I never know when I'm going to have to use my ability. I like to save the ability towards the end, just in case I get in a bad position. So you'll see she's back to having 2 point defenses on, which is definitely manageable. She'll go ahead and keep walking around. We'll fast forward a little bit. Those expos do get targeted on the healers. I do lose quite a bit of healers. The air defense and the expos are doing some serious damage to them. So I'll go ahead and add the rest of my healers in there. And now I'm going to be, I think I only have 2 healers up, so, or maybe 3. So I'm running pretty bad on them. And I should have noticed that before. I didn't even notice that. I'll send the archers up top just to go ahead and start tanking the queen and taking her out, just so I don't have to deal with that. It would be like an extra huge point defense, which is really bad. I'll go ahead and send, I think, the other healers in at any time here. But now I've created that funnel on the top right with those archers to make sure she gets down there, drop a couple wall breakers in there to open her up. Again, just pushing her in so I don't have to use the jump spell if I don't want to, or I can use the jump spell to get her right into that core where the clan castle is, as well as the town hall. But, you know, again, I get sloppy. I should have dropped the giants in before this and had them walk in towards the core and tank for her. She's going to go down very, very quickly. I'll use my ability, like I said, just in case. But I needed to drop, you know, I get that wizard tower taken care of, but that's going to do nothing. She's got 3 point defenses, strong point defenses, the max archer tower, and the 2 expos on her. So like I said, I should have dropped those giants in a lot earlier. Just needed to clear them out for a war raid. So you know, it is what it is. Definitely could have done better than that. And then drop a worthless rage for no reason. I wasn't paying attention to, you know, how low she was getting. Definitely could have saved her again, but you know, it's okay, because I got what I wanted, which was the dark elixir, and I will get the 50% for the bonus and the victory, the star. So it was a little sloppy, but you get the technique down. So I'll see if I can show 1 or 2 more and of how we do this. All right, for our last video, I'm going to show Sen coming in here with 8 healers, same basic, almost exactly the same, except for a little bit more wall breakers, 3 rages, 1 jump, and 2 poisons, and he's going to go ahead and funnel on the bottom right and top right to get that the queen dropped in at the right hand side builder hut to make its way straight for that dark elixir. Drops the queen in there, a level 8 queen with level 3 healers. So, you know, very nice. Not max Town Hall 9, but still, you know, 2 expos and a couple max mortar, all the max mortars, and you know, Town Hall 8 level point defenses. So not a simple base. And he's going to start funneling. He's going to drop the wall breakers in, a couple of them to break into that compartment and force the queen to walk in where the 2 archer towers and whiz tower is. You'll see he has 2 point defenses going on. It makes it a little bit more difficult. I think all the healers have been dropped, so I think he has 8 healers on it right here. So now there's only 1 point defense on, so you know it's going to be able to make the healers will definitely be able to keep up with that. Finishes that storage, walks in. The mortar is going to fire, which is not going to do anything to the queen whatsoever. Now only 1 splash damage, which is absolutely nothing. Should step in just a little bit, and we'll go ahead and probably trigger that expo to jump on the queen there. Tesla pops, so it's right now just one point defense and 2 splash, which again is no big deal at all. We'll drop the wall breaker in there to make its way into the compartment instead of using the jump, and again force that queen to walk in there and start taking out the dark elixir storage, and should walk right in and get the mortar and start turning its attention towards the altar and the town hall. All right, so it works up to the mortar, and then it should start making its left and hit the other mortar, and then again focus back on the altar and town hall. There we go. I guess that the expo is both of them are probably under construction. Maybe I didn't notice that, but it makes a big difference because there's only 1 point defense attacking the queen, whereas normally would already have 3 or more hitting it right now. So that would make a huge difference. Would definitely have to use a rage in there, but very good choice of bases to pick, as that you know, if you can find them under construction, that's going to make it that much easier. Starts to do a little bit more, just I guess funneling and pushing, but no real reason to use those archers if if didn't want to. Get some extra percentage. Percentage is good when you're in the higher you know, trophies, to get some extra loot from that. Higher percentage means extra loot, but at this point, you know, it's going to add a little bit more, but we'll trigger giant bomb there. But you know, at this point he's got the dark elixir storage taken out and the town hall taken out, so there's 0 elixir, dark elixir left. Right now he can only get some more elixir and gold. So it was very nice, and you know, good way to show how to do a queen walk. You know, funnel it, take out the directions that the queen can walk. Didn't have to use any spells, which is really good. So no matter even that you know, a little bit of elixir and gold will add up if you don't have to use any of the spells. So thanks for sharing that attack, and you know, it's another example of how you use Super Queen at a low level using sub level 10 heroes, and you know, not expending a lot of spells. So go ahead and hopefully you can, you know, try this out. It takes a little bit of getting used to. I failed the first 3 or 4 times really badly, but it's, you know, once you get used to it, it's super simple and can be done with low level healers and low level royals.